Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Vinnie Langdon. We're aboard the USS Gratitude. Let's go take a look around and see what we're doing here.
For those that don't know me, I'm Police Chief Rich Word, and it's my pleasure to be here. I'm glad each of you could come out to join us as we pay tribute to our wonderful volunteers. They do just a tremendous job, I think, as you'll see in the program, and the hours they give, thousands of hours that they give to their department. I mean, we simply would not be as effective as we are without their help and assistance. Their smiling faces throughout the PD every day. They truly, I know the officers and our civilian staff have truly embraced them as members of our family. I would like to acknowledge, before we move ahead with the program, a few of our guests that are here today. Of course, there's our mayor, Lynn Augustine, up front. Thank you. And Councilmember Curtis Hunt to his left. Sincere thanks to both of you for being here. I'm going to ask our chaplain, Chuck Spencer, to come up for the invocation.
Thank you, Chief. Would you stand with me, please? I recently read an article that said the United States Army recognizes 115 different religions. So in saying that, I ask you to pray with me today, and I ask that you would accept the sincerity of my prayer as I pray from my Christian perspective. So would you pray with me? Father, Lord God, we approach your throne today, Lord, with thanksgiving and praise. We thank you, Lord, for your design and, Lord, your creation of this universe and, Lord, the creation of us, and we thank you for that. We thank you, Lord, for looking after us, God, even when we think not. We're gathered here today to honor, Lord, the volunteers of this city who have put their lives forward and their time to make lives of this citizens in this community much better. We thank you for that. I ask, Lord, your special blessing upon them. Bless them special, Lord, in the ways of health and giving, and God of peace, I pray. I ask, Lord, your blessing on this city, and bless this police department, Lord, that gives so much to this community. And I ask, Lord, your protection upon them in a special way. In your Son's name I pray. Amen. Please remain standing if you would, please.
Present. Huh.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Huh. Forward. Hump.
Thank you. You may be seated. Before I invite up our cruise director, I would now like to invite up the mayor of our great city, Lynn Augustine, to make some remarks. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Well, you know, I'll tell you what, I walked in here and I thought I was going to get seasick and looking around all these different decorations. And it really is a lot of hard work that the people who put this together did on this occasion to recognize the wonderful work that you do. I think we have the most successful volunteer program in America, right here in the city of Vacaville. I cannot believe I keep setting records. 15,402 volunteer hours this past year. That's just truly amazing. And that saves us a lot of money, and as you probably know, our crime rate this past year, Part 1 crimes, was down 13.4%. And I attribute that. This is actually a one of the problems, because you don't have it. But the fact is that you know, you are the eyes and ears of our community as you go around doing your jobs, as well as all the other work that you do to relieve our folks who have to patrol. Gives them more time to do those kinds of jobs that are really critical as well. So I can't thank you enough. I'm going to be very short. I know short's a lot better than really talking on and on. But I just want to say, God bless you all for what you do for the city of Vacaville. You are wonderful people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Now our cruise director, Special Services Supervisor Suzanne Johnson. She heads up our volunteer program. Suzanne is largely responsible for the scene you see behind you. I really love that scene over here, by the way, chairs. And she just does so much, often behind the scenes, recruiting, hiring, making sure our volunteers are equipped and trained, that they're placed where they need to be, and they're confident enough to go out and perform the jobs that we ask of them. And I think our Corps continues to grow, which is amazing to me. I think it's close to 70, if not 70 volunteers that we have, and we greatly appreciate Suzanne for her leadership and her work and her commitment to the city of Vacaville. I'll bring up now our cruise director, Ms. Suzanne Johnson.
Let's give the captain of our ship a big hand, too. We have lots of fun. We have lots of fun. We have a lot of fun set up for you tonight. And it seems like tonight. And so what we're going to do first is eat. Yay! Everybody say it. And then we have our duty-free shop up here. So later on, we're going to play Aloha. So we'll play the game, and there'll be several winners at each table. You'll be able to win your centerpiece as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and then we're going to be handing out awards. So.
There are many volunteers here from the Vacaville Police Department, and hey, why don't we go talk to Vacaville's Mayor Lynn Augustine to find out what this event's all about. Come on, let's go. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hey, do you want to tell us about this event? What's going on?
This is a great event. You know, this is a police volunteers. 15,402 hours they donated last year. You don't get much better than that. This is probably the best volunteer organization in the United States of America. And we're so grateful to them because they make our city a lot safer. So the chief here, as the captain of the ship, he's done a great job. And Suzanne Johnson, who is the lady who is the MC tonight, basically, she has done a great job in putting this all together. We're very appreciative of it. So nice to see you.
Good to see you here too.
Thank you.
So you're steering the ship, right?
Yeah, I'm still on board.
Yep, you're steering it into a good direction, I hear. Huh?
Yeah, we have great volunteers and great support with Suzanne Johnson and the whole law enforcement family here at Vacaville. They love our volunteers.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
We'll keep up the good work. Good to see you.
Appreciate it.
When I open play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When you dance, you have your way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you and that magic technique. When you sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you and that magic technique. When you sway, I grow weak. I can hear the hell of violins long before they begin. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. You know how. Sway me now. Thank you. I've got the world on a string. I'm sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life. I'm in love. I've got a song that I sing. I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see? I'm in love. Life is a beautiful thing as long as I hold a string. I'd be a silly so and so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, you know I'm in love. Life is a beautiful thing as long as I hold a string. I'd be a silly so and so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, yeah, this is a life. Hey now, I'm in love. I'm in love. Thank you. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of the warning voice that comes in the night, it repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, that you never can win? Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine, I give her too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play, tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool, just like pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. That's amore. That's amore. Lucky fella, when a star make you drool, just like pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. That's amore.
Right now we are going to go to our presentation of awards. If the chief and the mayor and the councilman will please join me up here. We have our yeoman who will be narrating today.
Welcome to Appreciation Island, where we will honor our volunteers in police service for serving the Vacaville Police Department and the City of Vacaville in 2007. I am Yeoman Melanie McRae.
And I am Yeoman Chantal Coggins.
Volunteers will be receiving a certificate and a gift from the captain of the ship, Chief Richard Word. Chantal, can you tell us about the gift?
I'd love to. Volunteers will be receiving a non-battery operated flashlight, which is perfect for everything, including an emergency survival kit. Because it does not need batteries, it is better than the Energizer. Assisting Chief Richard Word in the presentation of awards today is Mayor Lynn Augustine, Councilmember Curtis Hunt, and the VIPS Program Supervisor Suzanne Johnson. Volunteers, please come forward when your name is called, and after you receive your certificate, turn around and pose for a Hallmark photo moment.
There is an impressive award sitting here in front of us. This was awarded to the Vacaville Police Department by the International Association of Chiefs of Police. Over 80,000 agencies were eligible for this prestigious international award, and Vacaville was one of the 3 agencies that received it. We mentioned this as each volunteer was a piece of the puzzle and should be thanked and proud of their service in the Vacaville Police Department Volunteers and Police Service, heretofore referred to as VIPS.
Volunteers who have served over 200 accumulated hours will also receive their name badge and/or hours bar.
Please come forward when the name is called. Randall McAllister. Randall has served with VIP as patrol and assistant section office with special projects. Is Randall here? Well, Randall's not here, but Randy is new to VIPS, the VIP, and started in December 4th, 2007.
George Atondo works with Park Wash. This year, George and his partner Marion have expanded their patrol to include walking paths within Vacaville. George started December 9th, 2002, and has accumulated 317 hours.
Yes, I do.
Marion Elgin. Marion is George's patrol partner, and she works with Park Watch. Marion started volunteering December 9th, 2002, and has accumulated 302 hours.
Audrey Bates. Audrey Bates retired in 2007, but is with us today. She has served the department since 1998 and has completed a total of 1,475 hours.
Dina Alexander Zamora. Dina works with crime prevention. She has been a tremendous aid with translating brochures for the department. Dina began volunteering in January 12, 2006 and has accumulated 106 hours.
Jeffrey Johnson. Jeffrey has volunteered with the volunteer section office and special event technician. We heard that he has a wonderful wife. He started October 17, 2000 and has accumulated 322 hours.
Carolyn Berg. Carolyn works as a hearing examiner and has expanded to provide assistance on interview panels for the crossing guard and volunteer section office. Carolyn started January 1st, 1994 and has accumulated 552 hours.
John Cole. John Cole has worked with administrative services, VIP parole, and with Ray Benjamin. He started on March 14, 2007 and has accumulated 93 hours.
From this point forward, recipients will receive the Presidential Service Award. This includes a lapel pin, certificate, and 2 letters from the President's Council in Washington. The following are receiving a bronze pin for completing over 100 hours of service in 2007.
Claudia Ernst. Claudia has worked with as a live scan technician and started on March 16, 2005 and accumulated 429 hours.
Wilma Zuniga. Wilma works with Senior Wellness and Vacation Checks. She began volunteering in March 14, 2007 and has accumulated 116 hours.
Ringo West. Ringo has worked with the Senior Wellness and Vacation Check. She started March 16, 2005 and has accumulated 331 hours.
Rosa Tijero. Rosa works with field services. And is Rosa here yet? Rosa? Okay, it looks like she hasn't arrived yet, but Rosa started in March 14, 2007 and has accumulated 124 hours.
Sandra Meggers. Sandra has worked with the Senior Wellness and Vacation Check team. Sandra is retired with the City of Vacaville and is now serving on the team she once advised. Sandra started March 14, 2007 and has accumulated 127 hours.
Kenneth Gallagher. Kenneth works with Admin Services VIPS Patrol. He began volunteering in March 14, 2007 and has accumulated 132 hours.
When you come up, you're going to get several things. Thank you.
Julia Thompson. Julia has worked with the volunteer section. Judy is part-time temp employee, but still provides volunteer service on her own time. She started April 12, 2006 and has accumulated 284 hours.
Shirley Lawson. Shirley works with Senior Wellness and Vacation Check. Shirley began volunteering in February 18, 2004 and has accumulated 494 hours.
Mary Adams. Mary has worked with the Senior Wellness and Vacation Check team. She started May 30th, 2003 and has accumulated 623 hours.
Mary Walker. Mary works with Senior Wellness, Crime Prevention, and PD Admin. Mary started volunteering March 16, 2005 and has accumulated 748 hours.
Ralph Wilcox. Ralph has worked with crime prevention. He started May 3rd, 2001 and has accumulated 1,553 hours.
Judith Seigan. Judith works with Senior Wellness Vacation Check and provides assistance to the court liaison. Judith began volunteering August 29, 2005 and has accumulated 460 hours.
Carolyn Petch. Carolyn works with Family Services in First. She started March 16, 2005 and has accumulated 699 hours.
David Kellis Sr. David works with VIPS Patrol, where he provides parking enforcement and helps with code compliance. David began volunteering March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 166 hours.
James Waddell Jr. James provides invaluable service to the record section and has overseen several community service projects for the high school drill team. James started February 1st, 2005 and has accumulated 735 hours.
Darcy Raymond. Darcy works as patrol assistant and provides several services for the officers, such as keeping the report writing room, briefing room, and holding cell stocking supplies and their bulletin boards updated. They also provide a variety of phone and computer tasks as needed. Darcy began volunteering March 14, 2007 and has accumulated 168 hours.
Carol Wilcox. Carol works with crime prevention, which includes data entry and manning booths at city events, among other things. Carol started May 3rd, 2001, and has accumulated 1,079 hours.
Anita Pretty. Anita works with Senior Wellness and Vacation Check. Anita began volunteering January 1st, 1998, and she accumulated 1,583 hours.
These flashlights mean you have to start working at night.
We already do.
Marion Ware. Marion provided data entry services to the training section and administrative services division. She has also kept the VIPS hours database current. Marion started January 12, 2006, and has accumulated 376 hours.
The following individuals have completed over 200 hours during 2007. They will be receiving a baseball cap that has a police patch and volunteer embroidered over the top.
Janice Dimitri. Janice sends information letters to victims, enhancing customer service to the community. You may also recognize Janice as she is a part-time school crossing guard out at Hemlock Elementary School. She began June 10, 2002, and has accumulated 1,063 hours.
Isabel Martinson, or otherwise known as Jackie, worked with the Crime Analysis Unit doing data entry. She started March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 220 hours.
Raylene Dewey. Raylene works for investigations, and they constantly sing her praises. Raylene began volunteering March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 221 hours.
Diane Stadler. Diane works for records and assists with giving department tours. She started March 16, 2005, and has accumulated 929 hours.
Judith Myrick. Judith works for the records department. She assists with live scans at VIPS section office, where she helps with backgrounds and administrative support. Judith began volunteering January 12, 2006, and has accumulated 454 hours.
The following recipients will be receiving the Silver Presidential Award for completing over 250 hours of service in 2007.
Maribel Rivera. Maribel works with field services. She began volunteering March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 273 hours.
Willa Fulton. Willa works with VIPS Patrol and Code Compliance. She started March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 277 hours.
Robert Fulton. Robert works with VIPS Patrol and Code Compliance. Robert began volunteering March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 288 hours.
Jacqueline Graves. Jacqueline works with Senior Wellness and Vacation Check. She is the coordinator and doing a great job. She started February 3rd, 2005, and has accumulated 773 hours.
Rita Garland. Rita does data entry for crime analysis. She began volunteering March 16, 2005, and has accumulated 931 hours.
Deborah Dennis. Deborah works with the volunteer section office, administrative support, and on call-out database custodian. She She started March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 336 hours.
Pablito Vacaville. Pablito works with admin services and VIPS control. He started volunteering March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 340 hours.
He has crossing guard duty. We gotta hurry up, or
Can't wait till we're done. Well, here you go. Johanna Holland. Johanna has worked with VIPS Patrol, the volunteer office, and records. Johanna is also a part-time employee and provides live scan for city employees and school crossing guard service. She started June 26, 2002, and has accumulated 2,556 hours.
The following recipients have completed over 400 hours in 2007 and will be receiving 2 theater tickets donated by Brendan Theaters.
Lawrence Hall. Lawrence worked with property and evidence and started September 8, 2004, and has accumulated 2,094 hours.
The following recipients have completed over 600 hours in 2007 and will receive the Gold Presidential Award.
Raymond Benjamin. Raymond works with the VIPS and the Coach Science Team Lead. He started April 19, 2001, and has accumulated 2,133 hours.
Leela Watkins. Leela works with Senior Wellness, Vacation Check, and the Records Department. Leela started March 16, 2005, and has accumulated 1,691 hours.
Virginia McCarty. Virginia works in the volunteer section office and facilitates the city's V-Cert program and other various duties as asked. She started March 16, 2005, and has accumulated 1,628 hours.
For the first time in Vacaville PD history, more than one volunteer completed over 1,000 hours in 1 year. The following 3 recipients will be receiving a 3-month free membership to Millennium Sports Club, donated by Millennium Sports Club.
William Franklin McLeland. And in 2007, Lee provided courier service to the Solano County offices daily. Lee also provides assistance to PD admin, alphabetizing overtime slips and timesheets. He started July 3rd, 2003, and has accumulated 2,725 hours.
Shirley Tyler. Shirley works with VIPS Patrol and does live scan. She also works with code compliance, the VIPS section office, park watch, and whatever else is needed, anywhere else. Shirley is half of the dynamic duo and is always ready, willing, and able to provide assistance. She began her volunteer career March 14, 2007, and has accumulated 1,163 hours.
Gus Alvarez. Gus works with VIPS Patrol, live scan, park watch, VIPS section office, police admin, and he is the other half of the dynamic duo. In 2008, the dynamic duo took over the courier service to the Solano County District offices. Gus is the top VIPS serving 1,166 hours.
In conclusion, we would like to present to you the 2007 Volunteers of the Quarters and the 2007 Volunteer of the Year.
Rita Mary Carley. Rita worked as a volunteer for the Vacaville Police Department since March 16, 2005. Rita single-handedly took over the department's pawn slip program. Along with this responsibility, Rita assists in entering the traffic citations, field interviews, and helps with duplicate names lists in the records management system. Through her tireless work, Rita has modeled exceptional customer service, a strong commitment to help others, and a sense of pride in all she does. Crime Analysis Section has had the good fortune of being the recipient of Rita's selfless service. Rita is truly sent as a God sent to them.
Volunteer of the second quarter 2007, Deborah Dennis.
She's not.
Deb joined, oh, well, she's not here.
Volunteer of the third quarter 2007, William Franklin McLeland, otherwise known as Lee. Since 2003, Lee has given the department 2,725 volunteer hours of service. Over 1,000 of those hours were served in 2007. Lee took a lead role in the Park Watch Patrol, where his sharp eyes have been helpful in reporting gang activity and safety hazards. Lee also volunteers his time to be the alarm program administrator, department budget manager, and the records section. He performs all his duties in the highest professional manner. He consistently conveys an upbeat, can-do attitude and a huge smile. Accordingly, William Franklin McLeland was selected as the Vacaville Police Department's volunteer of the third quarter 2007.
Volunteer for fourth quarter 2007 is awarded to Gus Alevres and Shirley Tyler. March 2007. Neighbors and longtime friends, Gus and Shirley set about learning as much about as many functions of the VIPS program as possible. They have partnered on the VIPS Patrol, Park Watch, Live Scan, daily transportation of all initial documents to the DA's office at the Solano County Courthouse in Fairfield, and whatever is needed. With skills in cooking meals for large groups, the pair has an essential element in organizing and preparing the VIPS fundraising lunch offered at the city's Health Benefits Fair in September. Above and beyond, Gus and Shirley provided school crossing guard relief aid during a staffing shortage, served on traffic details including a very formal funeral for retired Deputy Chief Winfield, and responded to emergency call-outs during December flooding. They served on the VIPS Uniform Review Committee and were instrumental in the new uniforms approval. In less than 1 year at the end of 2007, Gus has accumulated 1,166 hours, followed closely by Shirley with 1,163 hours.
The 2007 Volunteer of the Year is awarded to Lee McLellan.
Before I get done, I just want to say Larry came up and I told him to get a lot of hours, and he said to me again, I want a raise, so I've been a double pay.
Again, I would like to thank all of you, including our narrators and the mayor and Councilmember Curtis Hunt, and all of our wonderful volunteers. We really appreciate the hours you've given. And it's fascinating. Some, of course, come here and then they have to run off and do crossing guard duty. So they're extremely dedicated, very committed to the cause here in the city of Vacaville. That concludes our ceremony, and thanks once again. We'll see you next year, and of course, we'll see our volunteers real soon.
We're having a great time out here cruising.
Yeah. You're not seasick yet?
I'm not seasick. I'm grateful for that.
That's great. So you set all this up. How many hours did it take you?
There was a crew of us that did this, and we started yesterday about 5 and probably spent about 6 hours to set up this time.
Wow, that's great.
Took a while.
Well, is there anything you want to say to all the volunteers that helped you out?
Volunteers that helped and all the committee members, thank you so much. You did an awesome awesome job, just absolutely awesome job. And of course I want to thank all my volunteers because they are awesome that are here today that we're celebrating. So.
All right, well, it's good. Nice. Thanks a lot. All right.
Be sure and go forward. And the volunteers won an international award this year, so it's sitting right over there. You ought to get a good shot of it.
There you go. We'll look at that after this.
I wanna be a lion, 'cause lions ain't the kind you love enough. I wanna be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck, lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be, oh, let it be your teddy bear. I'm a traveling man, I've made a lot of stuff all over the world, and every pore I own the heart of at least one lovely girl. I've a pretty senorita waiting for me down in old Mexico. If you're ever in Alaska, stop and I oh, my sweet Roma, in town, and my heart starts to yearn, and my China dog down the road, with your eyes return, pretty calling, baby, when we walk on the sand of the and you held me sometimes.
Who's only got one to go? What? We got one here. Over here, Age 66.
Whoa, I'm a traveling man. Yeah, I'm a traveling man. Whoa, I'm a traveling man.